And yes, continuing the insurance conversation we had yesterday, today we do have another congratulations to share with the 53rd President and Chairman of Council of the Chartered Institute of Nigeria, Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria. He's right here in the studio, Mr. Akinjide Rimolade. Mr. Rimolade, congratulations to you.
Thank you very much, Ine. Good morning and good morning, Nigerians.
Yesterday we spoke to your association, Nigeria Insurance, and we had to do a congratulation party there. Wow. So today is also yours. So, I mean, happy congratulations to you on this role as the 53rd President and Chairman of Council. But, I mean, it comes with a lot of work, obviously, because insurance is yet a growing sector in Nigeria. So I think I'll just ask what I asked yesterday. What do you bring on board? What's going to be different with you?
Okay, thank you very much, Ine, and good morning again, Nigerians. I think for the Chartered Insurance of Nigeria, there's already a roadmap in terms of the strategy document that we have within the institute. So it's just for me to be able to, extract which my three cardinal agendas they are based on, which is technology, enforcement of the compulsory insurance, and also building. So those are just the things that I plan to do with the rest of the team, all things being equal.
And you've led 4 different insurance companies before now, so obviously you come with a lot of experience. How or what lessons are you bringing from those companies that you have led?
Yeah, interesting. I mean, based on what you said, I think the first thing is how I was able to, in terms of commitment, to deepen commitments, amongst my people, and at the same time, in terms of the result that we generated over time, in those insurance companies, because I felt that, throughout the period I was in those insurance companies, if you show commitment in whatever you do, invariably it's going to help you to be able to generate, in terms of the results that the shareholders they are looking forward to. And then I think secondly too, it has to do with being a trusted steward, because from time, I let people understand that whichever insurance companies that you go through, if you're a trusted steward, you're able to create a legacy, and people are able to build on that legacy, going forward.
And penetration would be a huge one for you, because penetration percentage in Nigeria is really low, single digit.
Yeah, you're right, and I mean that's the reason why, in terms of what the regulatory body has been able to, achieve. That's in terms of the NERA 2025, which is the Nigerian Insurance Reforms Act 2025. I think it's going to be a game changer. I mean, we've started seeing the changes, in terms of how we can be able to upscale, the insurance business. And coupled with the fact that, in terms of all the various bodies too, that are within the insurance space, the likes of the Nigerian Insurance Association, the likes of the NCRB, which is the Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, the likes of Inland, which is the Institute of Loss Adjusters of Nigeria, and also in terms of the area. I believe that it's just for us to work together. If we work together and then continue to create that awareness, and like I said, with the NERA 2025 that spoke about in terms of the policy holders protection, definitely I think there will be an increase in what we're going to see going forward for the contribution of insurance.
And I bet more Nigerians would look the way of insurance if they are sure of the benefits, the payments of claims and all of that.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I always say, why are you in business if you're an insurance company? I mean, it's just for you to be able to pay claims. And over time, I think, based on last year's data, insurance companies generated about 2.3 trillion in terms of premium income. and we paid out about 47% of that as claims.
People don't make noise about this.
Well, you're right, and that's one of the cardinal agenda that I have, which is technology. So how can I be able to use technology in terms of podcast? NI already has it. So invariably, how do we partner with the likes of NIA and also effectively bring our own podcast so that people that have experienced, in terms of claim settlement, they can start giving testimonials. Because when they give testimonials, when a market woman that has experienced loss, is able to say, oh yes, I actually paid for this insurance, I experienced the loss, and then so insurance companies, they're able to pay the claim. I mean, those are the things that I believe will showcase insurance in the right direction.
Well, we hope to see more of that, because even people who have been compelled, to buy the third-party policy, when they need it, a lot of people don't even remember that they have an insurance that they're supposed to use. I don't know if you know that. So I guess maybe by the time you think more of the claims and the situations where these come out, then people would remember, and then more people would know, oh, we're not just doing this because we have been compelled to. Then they'll actually do that. But you wanted to react to that?
No. I mean, it's all about education. How do we continue to educate our people? Because the third party you spoke about, most people have it at the back of their mind. Oh, let me just have this third party in case.
So that any official I'll just show them and I
Correct. But CII coming into the picture, we'll have ambassadors, or we have people that will take ownership in the various regions. Maybe Abuja, the south, the north, the western parts, for them to be able to educate people. If you take up a motor insurance, third party, these are the things that are covered. These are the limits. So invariably, if another vehicle hits you, you can actually make a claim from the insurance company.
And so you don't have to pay out of pocket.
Exactly.
There's no need to fight.
That's it. That's it. I will get to that stage.
Okay, all right. And you are promising online CIIN exams worldwide. I mean, nationwide.
Yes. Part of the agenda, which is STEP, technology, focus on that. How do we, because it's something that has been in the pipeline. Now, how do we now execute it? How do we make this thing to be a reality? And we're looking at the first quarter of next year. Let's try with, maybe the objective aspects of the exam. How can people stay, in their various homes, comfort of their houses, or even they can come to the college where we have a, system that they can actually use to be able to do the exam, because Wi-Fi will be provided.
CIIN exam is supposed to qualify for what?
Well, it's a professional examination, and when you go through all the stages, eventually you become an associate of the Insurance Institute of Nigeria, which is AIIN. And then, with that, in various organizations, either maybe in broking, in loss adjusting, in insurance, if you want to head in all those various sensitive positions, these are the qualifications that the employer will request.
So you want to make it easier for individuals to participate.
For them that is it. For us to be able to have more membership, because invariably when members see that they can do things, electronically, it will attract them, to be able to, become members and at the same time take up the exam.
And then, of course, you have NIRA. NIRA is already on. And I think that's a game changer for the insurance. I remember when it was just introduced, in the stock market, we saw a lot of investors going the way of insurance shares and all of that. And it's deepening the adoption and implementation of this law that would also help the industry.
Yeah, as Ali said, fantastic. NIRA 2025, it's a game changer. Game changer in the sense that what has the law been able to put in place, first of all, in terms of the policy protection, the policy owners, they are protected based on the law, and at the same time, it has been able to set up a policy fund protection, which is 0.25% of the net premium of all insurance companies on an annual basis. These are the funds that they are kept aside, and then it's administered by independent bodies, so that in case if maybe social insurance company, they are not paying claims, with this fund, the claims can be settled. That's number one. Then number two, it has provided confidence in terms of the capitalization, which will end 31st of this month. So invariably, in terms of the life business, that has to be capitalized to the tune of 10 billion. In terms of the general business, capitalized to the tune of 15 billion, and also reinsurance, 35 billion. So with that capitalization, insurance company, they won't have an excuse not to pay claims. And then in terms of the compulsory insurances too, which we spoke about, the motor insurance, which is compulsory, the group life insurance, which is compulsory in the life business, those in the oil and gas sector. So if you are carrying, petroleum products, definitely you are meant to, do insurance, it's compulsory. Then the owner liability insurance, whereby, those that are, constructing buildings, definitely they are meant to have insurance, which is compulsory. And then even owners that they have tenants, in their respective homes. Now flood is happening. The question is, are you protected against those kind of risks? So those are the things that NERA has been able to, to provide.
And all of this, you hope to spread the word. I believe you call it Insure Nigeria Awareness Campaign.
Yeah, you're right. Over time, yes, we've been having the Insurance Week. And part of the things that we have within the Insurance Week is the Insurance Walk. During that walk, which insurance industry, comprising of the various bodies, they have to walk from NEM to National Stadium, and then they can, carry the flyers, just let people know that, this is what insurance is all about. So in the course of that, yes, we create the awareness, and at the same time too, we try to let people, know what insurance is all about.
Now you also have the mentor-mentee program.
Right.
Tell us about that.
Yes, you see, we've seen over time that some of our practitioners, those that have left the insurance industry, but they still have that knowledge base. How do we transfer the knowledge base to the incoming generation? It's very important. So we're going to start the mentor.
But first of all, we have to make insurance attractive, right?
Mm-hmm. No, you're right. You're right. But at the same time, too, there are lots of younger generations that, they want to come into insurance, and they are fast thinkers. So with the mentor-mentee, with the experience that the mentor already has, it can assist, the mentee to start thinking of insurance in the right direction, so that we don't lose, that professionalism that we are talking about in the insurance industry.
We certainly do wish you the best as you come on board. Any parting words? Yeah,
I think the parting words for me, it's first of all, let me just thank in terms of all the past presidents, that have actually made the CIIN to be something that one looks forward to, being the president of CIIN, and at the same time to just encourage the younger generation that insurance, there is so much opportunities, and it's just for them to come into that fold, and together we will build a solid insurance industry. Thank you very much, Ine.
All right, so thank you so much for coming. The 53rd President and Chairman of Council of Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria, Mr. Akinjide Orimolade. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you very much, Ine. Appreciate it.